A new report from NBC News points out a peculiar trend in Donald Trump's political strategy, practically erasing the virus and even Donald Trump himself from his campaign ads. While the Biden campaign is spending its biggest share of advertising on unifying to fight the pandemic, no active ads by the president's campaign acknowledge even the existence of the coronavirus at all. Instead, going on the attack against Biden, a sign that even Trump's own campaign team isn't sure how to sell his handling of the virus to the American people. And coronavirus response likely behind another round of swing state polling. They show Biden pulling ahead of Trump in states he won in 2016. The new CBS YouGov poll out of Pennsylvania, Biden leading Trump 49-43. Wisconsin, another 6-point margin. Biden sitting at 48% compared to Trump's 42%. Jason and AB are back. Let me start with the advertising, Jason, because what do you make of the fact that a president who likes to come out and talk about what a great job he's doing, how they're sending ventilators all over the world, how all the governors love him and thank him for everything he's done, that it's not even mentioned in a campaign ad?
Well, because he's screwing up, Chris. He's doing such a terrible job that he can't even put. Look, here's the irony of this advertising campaign, okay? Donald Trump, who slaps his name on everything. He puts a T on every tower. He puts his name on steaks. He puts his name on diplomas. Now he doesn't want to put his own face on his own commercials. That's how much his brand has been damaged throughout the course of his presidency over the first 4 years. He is literally hiding himself. The last time we saw this is when Republicans didn't really want to bring George Bush around very much during the 2008 convention. Donald Trump is a toxic brand. Amongst his supporters, they love him, but he is so polarizing that he is now a galvanizing force for Democrats. So I'm not surprised they're taking him out of commercials. The problem is, at some point, you're going to have to show what you've accomplished. You can't just attack the other side. And right now, Donald Trump doesn't have much to show he's accomplished.
Yeah, at NBC News, and I think in most places when you talk to the campaigns, AB, there really are only 6 true battleground states. Michigan is one of them. And when you look at the Michigan state poll, Biden is up by 11 points, 51-40%. Do you draw a straight line from coronavirus response, their unwillingness to talk about it, to defend it, to what we're seeing in these polls?
Absolutely, Chris. We've seen this in the polling since the spring after an initial bump for President Trump. His surreal and completely politically destructive just insistence on denying and dismissing and wishing away the virus when it is the most consuming, important issue in American life right now and will be for a long time because there is no plan to control it, is the dominant theme of this election. And Biden has been very smart about staying focused on the economy and the virus, and the two of those things integrated. And the president doesn't have a message that's consistent on Joe Biden. He doesn't have a message that's consistent on what he would do in the next 4 years. And he won't acknowledge the most important, painful thing in people's lives. It is beyond me that 5 months in, he still continues to think that he can wake up tomorrow and we won't be thinking about it, and neither will the voters.
Jason, the ads by Trump are attack ads. And, you know, one of the things that we've always talked about is the fact that people, when asked, say they don't like attack ads, but attack ads have been shown to be effective. Are we in a different place here? Are all bets off in the era of coronavirus and Donald Trump?
I think so in part, Chris. First off, look, as a political scientist, I study this all the time. I've never believed people when they say they don't like attack ads. It's just like it's like dirty films and car crashes in NASCAR. I don't want to see that, and everybody does, right? No one falls for that. But I think the critical thing that's even changed more this year, as I've always argued, when you're talking about an executive position, whether it's a governor or a mayor or a president, I usually say you can't beat somebody by having voters vote against them. They got to want to vote for somebody. Well, if you look at the polling numbers, Donald Trump might be the first president who is voted out, not because people are that enthusiastic about Joe Biden, but because they just really don't like Donald Trump. Look, if you look at the numbers, I looked at Wisconsin in particular. On August 9th of 2016, Hillary Clinton was leading Donald Trump by 10 points in Wisconsin. Joe Biden is only leading by 6. I think some of that partisanship has sort of crystallized in this time, but Biden's leads have been more stable. And I really think there's a swath of Americans, mostly white independents and soft Republicans, who are like, look, we can't vote for this guy anymore. He's terrible, and we don't think Joe Biden could do a worse job. And that could be a fundamental change in how Americans vote this fall.
Jason Johnson, A.B. Stoddard, thank you both for spending some time with us. We appreciate it. And after the break, our celebration of lives well lived.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis.